Hey everybody, it's Rory from A&S Gear, and I've got a gun in front of me that I've thrown some parts into. I went through our Lapco bins and I picked out some Lapco products to put into this gun to show you how easy it is to change the performance and the look of a gun just by adding a couple parts to it and not really requiring to do a lot of work to the gun internally. I put in this one, I think, 5 different things just as quick as I could. It took me maybe 10 minutes to do at the most. So it wasn't difficult, and it really changes the look of an A5 into something that is quite different. So let me just run through the parts, and you can either take this as, look at these cool parts, or maybe what I can do to my A5, or maybe, hey, I like that part, but that's not going to do it for me, and it might help you out a little bit. So at the back here, I removed the back cap and put on one of these collapsible stocks, right, or folding stocks, not collapsible. This is like the PDW style stock. I kind of went for more of a compact looking gun here. So I didn't really change out the barrel. I left the original size. And I went for this, this folding stock. Now the way this works is it does fold or slide up like that, and then you can fold it over. You need to give it a little wiggle up, and then we can fold it over like that, and gives the gun a much more compact setup. So depending on if you're playing maybe indoors or going through a building and shooting or running that kind of scenario, you can make the gun smaller and make it a little bit more agile. Or if you need it to be open, you just fold it back open and have a longer setup. Now keep in mind that your tank is going to be on here, so that's always part of the stock assembly. You can't move that around, but at least this part you can articulate and change it a little bit. This gun already has the response trigger set up on there, so not only are we getting a gun that is Tippmann reliable, but you're getting that response trigger, so that extra rate of fire without having to put any batteries in it or worry about programming or things like that. Now that piece I did not put in. That I picked this gun specifically with it in there already so that you can have that little extra added feature and maybe something you could pick up down the road. I did change out the cylinder right here from the original stock one to the new, or not new, I should say, to the Lapco version. So the inside of the Lapco one is polished, mirror finish polished on the inside. So it's going to require or create less friction when the piston is moving back and forth inside of here. So it's going to give a quicker response, and it's going to give a potentially faster rate of fire. If that can move quicker and keep up with the cycling of the gun, you're not lagging on the cyclone feed to keep up with the gun, which really doesn't happen very often, but this will help with that. And then I also put in the squishy paddles right here. So the softer paddles from Lapco, this will be gentler on more expensive or more fragile paint so that you can run that through the gun and not worry about crushing it on the inside with the original paddles that were a little bit more stiff. So again, an easy switch. These are all easy switches in and out. And then internally in here, I did do the ratchet upgrade, which you can't see, but I went with the all aluminum ratchet on the inside. It just really creates longevity right there. The, I don't call them plastic, but the plastic composite ones that come in the gun eventually will wear and you'll need to replace it. So going in with an all metal, all aluminum version, it'll run longer with less potential issues inside of there. So I did do that one as well. Again, that only takes a couple minutes if you're comfortable with how to take your cyclone feed apart. And then lastly, I did the Mp5 Style foregrip. You can kind of call it a PDW style foregrip, but it isn't a real Mp5 style foregrip. So I'm kind of mixing gun genres here, but that's okay. I wanted that compact look. And again, to put this in, you pop 2 pins out, slide it on, pop the 2 pins back through, you're done right there. Makes it very simple. What you do want to remember though is for an A5 setup, depending on the trigger frame that you have, whether it be the selector or the old style that had no selector, that will dictate what version you get of this. So make sure you're getting the right version if you do pick up a gas-through magazine to fit the type of gun that you have. So again, just a couple things that you can easily pick up that aren't that expensive that can drastically change the look of the gun and that can also add some performance benefits as well. So check them out. Look through all the Lapco products. There's tons of them on the website. Order your Lapco gear through ansgear.com.